Welcome back to Let's Play Mystik Belle. Today, we have enough crap. I'm gonna drop this smelly fish head on the floor to make our Leyden jar. Now, making things is actually quite simple because all you have to do is have them all on your person. It's that simple. Okay, now we just need to make our way back to the cat. Probably easier to get to it from here. But yeah, nothing you have to worry about, like, giving them all to a certain NPC, or finding a way in your inventory to combine them, or anything of the sort. As long as you have all the things that you need to combine in your inventory, Belle will do it automatically for you, so that makes things a little bit easier. Alright. This is a really rough jump. I think this is like the only jump in the game that's that precise. Like, just for being in a random hallway. You can actually kill these chandeliers before they fall on you. Kitty, kitty! Heck yeah, look at that charge! There is some interesting dialogue here if you try to give the cat various things. Some things actually give some interesting dialogue. That's kind of the generic line, I believe. Whee! Okay, where am I going? I'm going... Where am I going? That's a good question. Going the wrong way, that's where I'm going. Yeah, loop on around. I'm just gonna wreck all of y'all. It's a lot of health they drop. If you're not in a good position, those guys can be kind of hard to deal with, but... really... I don't know, they give you a good position sometimes, and they give a lot of health if you can actually get them into a good position. There's no easy way to get health in this game. Like, you can't just go to a save room or whatever and it refills your health. But there are a couple rooms here and there that I feel are sort of designed for you to be able to kill an enemy a whole bunch and get life back. So we're heading down below, where Frankie was operating. Anything I need here? That's all... No, I think I'm good. Little eyeball door. Guess what I have? Not even remotely! This is also going to be your first boss. Of note, I have never beaten any boss in this game on my first attempt. Yeah! It certainly doesn't help that my shots are reflecting back, And it certainly doesn't help that I'm just standing here eating damage from him. No, I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna get killed by my own shots. This is it for me. Oh, dang it, I almost had him. This is what happens when you die, by the way. So they're a bunch of jerks, and you end up going back here. So you gotta fight your way back out again. Also of note, when you die, you do lose experience. You do not lose any... You will not lose a level. So you will never level down. But any experience, because I'm level 4 now, any experience that I had towards 5 is gone. Which, generally, I find I don't... You'll die a lot as you get used to the game, but I feel like especially once you get used to it, you shouldn't be dying too much outside of, like, boss fights. Just make an attempt to keep your health full and be aware. Well, I was gonna just cut to being there, but honestly, I'm sort of there already. Because when you go in a second time, it does, of course, have to trigger the cutscene for you to refight the boss. But for the most part, it'll just skip a lot of the dialogue. A lot of it, anyway. And then you're fighting him. Why is that so hard to dodge? See, it would help considerably if I didn't stand there like a bum. It would also help considerably if you got the crap away from me. Your own shots don't do a lot of damage to yourself. So that's not too big an issue. Like, the biggest damage you're gonna take is getting actually hit by him. And, like, it'd be super cool if you'd stop going right up next to me in the corner. Yay! Oh, he's not feeling great. And we learned the lightning spell! Every boss that you fight in this game, I think most of them anyway, you will learn some kind of spell from, which you can see them listed on the left side of the screen there. And I think it's interesting because every spell you learn was at least vaguely used in some way by that boss, or was involved in that boss. Of course, the lightning spell, due to the electricity we had to use to boot this guy up in the first place. You see, even though we beat him, the door's still closed and we can't get out. I bonked my head on that, though, and that's sort of irritating. And no matter what we do, we cannot get that open. But if we charge up our attack, it'll fire out a little lightning shot. Now, if you charge up just very briefly, you see nothing happens. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, when the two shots turn into the circle, that's when you fire the electric shot. And all you have to do is hit something with it, and it becomes very unhappy. How you doing? Randomly giving you a sledgehammer. Here, make use of this somehow. I don't need it anymore. Okay, so we have a sledgehammer, so that's cool. And we have a lightning spell, so there's all kinds of cool stuff we can do with that. Specifically, with the sledgehammer, we can leave the school. You may recall when we came here before, this thing said... And that's exactly what we got. As it is wont to do. And now we're stuck with more metal scrap. So there's a little bit of water down there. You can't actually fall in there if you try real hard. The Village of Lure. Heck yeah, I'm up for vandalizing stuff. And now we have a horseshoe. Sadly, out here, there's not actually a lot we can do at the moment. Our next goal is not, in fact, coming here. We can come here if we so choose, though, and there's a little clump of grass we can pick up. Just sitting there. Not doing much. I'm gonna poke my head into this next room. I know one of the more recent patches made in this game, because the developer has been super on patching this game and fixing this game and getting a bunch of stuff that really irritated people tweaked up and fixed, and he just wants to make this the best game he can make it. And one of those is the thing I mentioned previously about the talking to people and the menu button and all of that stuff being all on the same button. You can configure that to be different buttons. There is button customization in the game. Another thing that was added was that guy up there who... Okay, we can hit him. If you hit him enough, that kind of drops down and now he's all droopy, and you can jump on that and use it as a platform. This is, I feel anyway, because they're hardly a threat otherwise, I feel like these guys are kind of a means to subvert something that's a little bit troublesome later on. But I'll get to that when we get to it. In the meantime, I got a horseshoe. What's this say? Sounds like a good time. I'm not going to go to the right just yet, because for one, there's not much we can do over there, and for two, there's something over there that if I screw up in, can actually give me a fair bit of a headache for a little while. It's intended by design, but I'm going to avoid a headache if I can. Also of note, Belle isn't exactly a very good swimmer, so you can jump in that water and die. It's good to know. You can go down there, though. If you look at the minimap, it goes down there. Oh, you little mandragora-dooders. Okay, so that was one thing we can do. Another thing... I guess first thing I'm going to do is drop off some stuff in here. I'm going to drop off the metal scrap in here as well. I've got 3 pieces of metal scrap in here. I will need them eventually, I'm sure. Now, I'm coming up here for one. I keep forgetting that's not actually the way out. Coming up here for one, because I've got something in my inventory that I kind of need to dump. So, going over to the ye old trash can to get rid of this clump of grass. And now we've used the sledgehammer for its intended purpose. We did gain the lightning shot, and there's 2 places that I can immediately think of that I can use that. So I'm currently going 1 place to use that. First you gotta go up here, past the sleeping frogs. Dumb old frog. Oh, I made it, yeah. Also, a super cool thing about the lightning ability is once you use it on or while you're charging it, any hearts floating about will float towards you. Also, it's super easy to kill that guy now, because that lightning strike is pretty alright. It can pierce defense and whatnot. You're supposed to dive down at me. There we go. Couple things we can do over here. You see that little box, dude? So there's your next hint. He likes apples, even fake ones, like this hall pass. He won't come out while you're there though, so you gotta set it there and let him go out. And he'll go out and maybe try to eat it and go, oh, it's fake. And then go back in, and then turn around and look out and go, ooh, an apple! And then you gotta go, booga booga booga. Dang it. I'm gonna put it over here. Come on, dude. Coming out. Come on out. Yeah. Look at all that coming out you're doing. Booga booga. He's very sad, but we need that box. Don't worry, dude. Okay, now there's an interesting device here, and you'll notice when you shoot that, it turns white. It's a little electricity thing. So let's shoot it with this. Chicka, 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 chicka. Oh dear, a science ninja. Why, though? I mean, if magic exists, then why are you trying to discredit it? I mean, we've seen it exists. Okay, this guy does things. I'm just gonna keep standing here and hope for the best. Hey, get off. Wow, he's got a giant scalpel! Okay, we're wearing him down. Hey, he's throwing things at me. Quit throwing things at me. It's rude. Oh no, I stood there. Ah! Crap, I thought I beat him. Round 2, Science Ninja. gonna get hit by stuff, but I think one of my best bets is to just stand right here. Like, on the edge of this. I'm still getting hit, but that's primarily when he appears below me. Ah! Just gotta jump over when the good thing goes above me. Ah! Giant scalpel! Blow up all that crap what you had in your pockets that you were throwing at me. Yeah, nothing yet. We don't know. My only solace is knowing that I at least got an ability and some rope for beating you. Was that rope? Copper wire. And copper wire for beating you. Because you's a jerk. Until next time, everyone, we are now level 5, and by double tapping, we can dash! Whee! Whee! Whee!